You know, one of the dumbest things to do in life is to have a quarrel with someone on the internet. It is just extremely stupid, extremely unproductive, and it just gets nowhere. Today, we're gonna be looking at one of the dumbest internet beef that I've seen in a while. I think at this point, everyone knows that it's pointless. Why even quarrel with a stranger on the internet, especially in the comment section? A, it will get you nowhere. B, it's stupid. And C, why are you even getting so worked up and angry over something that a stranger said on the internet? It's just so dumb. The beef that I'm talking about pertains to the whole Zoe Gabrielle saga. Some of you may know her as the Charles and Keith girl. For those of you who don't know, long story short, this girl, Zoe Gabrielle, made a TikTok saying how happy she was to get a luxury bag, and that bag is Charles and Keith. And you know, it drew mixed reactions. Some people were rallying behind her, saying, yeah, you go girl, if you think that Charles and Keith is a luxury bag, slay, you know, go get it. On the other end of the spectrum, people were saying, whoa, what? Charles and Keith is a luxury bag? That's not a luxury bag, you fucking peasant. To me, I feel like she can buy whatever she wants. If she thinks that a Charles and Keith bag is a luxury item, hey, you go girl, like just get it. I don't really care what she buys. If she's happy with it, like cool, she's not harming anyone. But that's not the saga that we are talking about today. Basically, there was a Facebook post that appeared online trying to expose Zoe Gabrielle as someone who is not as poor as she makes herself out to be. Right, the fact that she made the TikTok about Charles and Keith bag being a luxury item, I guess goes to show that maybe her family comes from a not so well-to-do background, or at least that's the thought that would surface in our heads, right, when we see someone creating a TikTok like that. So this Facebook post went out to expose Zoe Gabrielle for painting herself to be poorer than she looks and essentially lying to her audience. So the Facebook post in question is made by a user called Serene Ho. This is patient 0. This is where this whole internet beef began. So the post states, appears that the Charles and Keith Pinoy girl is not as poor as she makes herself out to be. Not sure why she had to use the word Pinoy. Yeah, it's a bit weird. Her dad probably earns more than most Singaporeans. How many of us can afford to homeschool our kids? Don't be hoodwinked by her. Insinuating that Zoe Gabrielle is richer than she actually looks. So the Facebook post contained some screenshots of comments of other people commenting on the whole Zoe Gabrielle situation. This one is by Elaine's Song. I've noticed something strange about her. She dropped out of secondary school to education in Singapore, citing her father's inability to afford the school fees. However, if her father is truly financially unstable, it would be unlikely for him to have been able to work and live in Singapore for so many years, as well as bring his children from the Philippines, blah 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 blah. Basically, you know, just internet people interneting. First of all, I don't really understand why people are so entranced and so engaged in this whole saga. Like, why do they care so much if Zoe Gabrielle is poor or rich? I really don't get it. I mean, people out here being private investigators, man, for someone that they don't even know. It's just so ridiculous. People out here thinking that they are Sherlock Holmes, you know, trying to investigate a crime of a TikToker pretending that she's poor. I'm blasphemous. This cannot be. Serene Ho, the OP of this post, also went on to include a LinkedIn screenshot of Zoe's father. Yeah, really stalker vibes. Not sure why she's so invested in this. But hey man, I guess she has a lot of free time. Goes on to list his work experience. I guess Serene is trying to show that Zoe's family is very well to do and not as poor as they claim to be. And this Facebook post, of course, sparked some controversy. This post had 2,000 shares. People started commenting, oh no, Zoe is rich. We have been bamboozled. She's not poor. All along, this has been a lie. And of course, there were some people that said, don't kepo, auntie, don't be a busybody. There were some people on Serene's side, but there were some people who are against Serene. To me, I'm once again on the side of I don't really give a shit. Zoe can do whatever the fuck she wants. I don't really care. I'm just fascinated by the fact that people would go to this length to uncover something about someone's past, and especially when that someone is a total stranger to them. So Zoe has since made a response video to this whole controversy. This is what she had to say. They basically wanted to clear the air and they released this statement on her personal TikTok. The truth has always been out from the beginning. There were never any dirty little secrets. While we are offended, deeply hurt and affected by all these wrongful and false accusations, we choose to stay true to who we are. We choose to understand each other and be kind. We choose to be peacemakers and avoid contention. We extend our appreciation to everyone who has expressed their support to our family, blah blah blah. Basically a very cordial, very standard, it's not really an apology. They wanted to clear the air, but from the looks of it, they didn't really clear anything. It's quite a standard thank you message or just being grateful to their audience, which I'm totally fine with that. But the huge beef comes in the form of someone who was in huge support of Zoe, and I would say maybe a little bit too enthusiastic. So someone by the name of Orion saw the Facebook post by Serene, and he decided to make a video calling out Serene and explaining how Serene is wrong for calling Zoe rich, right? And the fact that he decided to release a video debating Serene on her Facebook post is just kind of ridiculous to me. Like, imagine getting so triggered by a Facebook post that you had to make a video response to it. Like debating and calling and explaining why the Facebook post is wrong. Just gonna play a short clip of the video.
Hi everyone, so my name is Orion and I'm a Filipino living here in Singapore. I'm making this video because I wanted to shed light on some very recent events, particularly when Zoe Gabrielle was just recently being bashed once again, cyberbullied once again by a few unscrupulous people.
So the unscrupulous people he's referring to is Serene Ho and some other people commenting on her post in support of Serene. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the full 35-minute clip, but he basically explains how Zoe's family has 6 kids and that they are foreigners, so they have to pay higher school fees, so they are technically not rich, they are just getting by, right? That was his whole explanation, and he was trying to explain how Zoe's family is, just a normal well-to-do family. And then Orion went on to post this on his Facebook page, which has over 60,000 followers. He said, "This is Serene Ho, who has recently been inciting hatred against Zoe, Gabrielle and her family. By the way, do not attack her physically. What you can do is just remind her that her assumptions about Zoe, Gabrielle and her family are generally wrong, and based on her ignorance on the fact that foreigners working in Singapore with school-age kids have to pay huge sums of money to send them to local MOE schools." Blah 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 blah, basically refuting Serene Ho's Facebook claims. And oh gosh, did he kick the hornet's nest, because after this ensued a days-long debate on Facebook, which is pretty damn hilarious. So we're gonna take a look at some of the exchanges that I've saved. Right after Orion posted that, Serene retaliated with her own Facebook post. So this is Orion Perez D, the longtime Filipino resident who lives in Singapore and who has been mobilizing his fellow countrymen to come up to my page to remind me how fortunate I am to be Singaporean and how I am wrong in my assumptions about the Charles and Keith girl. After stroking so much anger towards me, he really expected his friends not to cyberbully and insult me. I received a threat from one of his friends who mentioned him in his threatening comment that I'm being watched, so they are obviously acquainted. Did I ask anyone to threaten Zoe? And this whole situation is just so ridiculous. I'm truly astonished that these two people are going at it, defending a girl that doesn't even know they exist. The argument then somehow turned into a anti-foreign talent debate. Orion was insinuating that Serene Ho was angry towards foreign talent working in Singapore, angry towards the Singapore government, angry towards the People's Action Party, angry towards the late Singapore founding Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew, which I really don't know what to feel about, because it seemed like the original Facebook post was simply to expose Zoe as being not as poor as she claimed to be. Somehow it turned into a foreign talent debate, and then Orion posted this: "When you're faced like that, Ho, better be nice to people lah." Allegedly referring to Serene Ho. It's all out war right now, insulting people's appearance, insulting people's intellect. Serene then shot back at him with, "When Dum Dum is your last name, you need to act nicer to people, Ho." Basically referring to Orion, because Orion's full name is Orion Perez Dum Dum. And then from then on, Serene just kept calling Orion Dum Dum in all her posts, which is fucking hilarious. And then Serene Ho also went to submit a complaint to ICA, I guess to get Orion deported from Singapore. This has gone out of hand, guys. Serious actions are being taken over an internet quarrel. Serene goes on to say, "Being banned by Facebook is not a big deal, but being deported will be devastating. Please keep this up and you can pack your bag. Those who work here and associate with him should be very careful too." Ooh. Threats are being thrown. And it's funny because these two people, they are posting these snide remarks and threats on their own Facebook page. So I would have to imagine like both parties would have to go to one another's Facebook page to see what the other party is talking about each other. That's so weird. I mean, she's not tagging him, so I guess Orion had to go to her page to see, oh, what is she saying about me, this little bitch? The tit for tat then continued online. This is another post by Serene. "Dum Dum is playing the victim card by saying my target is no longer Zoe but him. time. In the first place, I did not target Zoe at all. I just wanted to raise awareness about her financial situation to show that she was not poor. I have nothing against her or her family. Dum Dum was the one who refused to let the matter rest, and he turned it into a Singaporean versus Filipino saga. He roped in his 60k followers to attack me, and I've proved that he created a fake Muslim name account to threaten me. Now he is linking Zoe to a conspiracy that would affect our general election. Are foreigners supposed to get involved in our politics? Not only is he prying into our politics, he's also co-founder, blah 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 blah. Things are getting really serious and really heated. Both of them are doing background checks on each other. It has gone very, very deep. To which Serene even contacted Orion's company, Philips, the company that Orion works at, to, get him trouble in his work. And this is what Orion said. What now, kid? Crying that you failed in your attempts to harm me? You tried contacting Philips to sabotage me, but I've recently transferred to another company. Wrong number! Very mature. You said that I shouldn't defend myself and fight back against your unfair attacks against me while in Singapore, but surprise, surprise, I am not in Singapore right now. Ha ha ha! Cry now, cry little boy, loser. I think this is Orion saying, but don't hold me to that. It seems like it's him who is saying this. And to which Orion responded through a live video. I think the moment you record a video of yourself debating a total stranger on the internet is when you have gone off the rails. You just look stupid doing something like that, which I guess I am the biggest clown because I make videos like that too. Wait, what does that make me then? Anyway, let's see what he has to say.
You stupid idiots! I can say this in the video because you guys are so hateful. All I did was to defend a person that you were cyberbullying, Zoe Gabrielle.
Don't cyberbully Zoe Gabrielle, okay? Don't bully her. Okay, you stupid idiot.
Stupid idiots.
You're idiot. Okay, no cyberbullying, understand? Stop harassing Zoe. Stop it.
And then you will hate me. You are even trying to deport me, telling the ICA. You know the ICA is actually on my side because they like people like me who are good people. They are on my side because I am a good person, not like you harassing idiots.
Idiots. He's really taking this way too seriously. This has gone way, way too far. The moment you get so worked up and so infuriated and full of rage over a comment on Facebook, that's just not a very good look.
Stupid idiots!
How are you allowing someone to stir up the still water within you? Isn't that the greatest tragedy in man? To allow someone to have control over your emotions like that is just so ridiculous, and he actually looks really pissed. You guys saw it in the video, huh? You're stupid idiots. You're idiots, huh? Better stop bullying Zoe, okay? Huh? Stop it, huh? Stop her! Stop it!
You try to report me to my company. Actually, the company I already left lah.
The company, he left already lah. The company, he left lah. Stop trying to get him fired. You're idiots, okay?
I'm no longer an employee there in Philips. I leave it already. Then you call them, you stupid idiots.
I just love how he says idiots.
Idiots.
I just love it. Maybe I should adopt that in my speech as well, huh? You're idiots, huh? You're like, oh, you're insulting my pimples and my forehead. You're idiot, huh? Stop cyberbullying me, huh? You're idiots. I'm not even sure if Zoe wants to be defended like that. She probably doesn't even care that much about this whole thing. Yeah, like I said, the fact that two people are so invested in this whole thing is just mind-boggling to me. I'm just very entertained by this whole squabble between these two people. It's so hilarious. I'm actually following this. I want to see how this plays out. So this clip was taken from a whole live video that Orion did, and this live was about 26 minutes long.
By the end of the day, there's a bunch of idiots.
There's a bunch of, say it with me guys, say it together, there's a bunch of idiots. Making fun of me and cyberbullying.
They're anti-PAP, anti-LKY, anti-FT, and they don't like Zoe Gabrielle. And these idiots,
man, the way he said it with such zest and gravitas is just so inspiring. It really makes me feel stupid. It really makes me feel like an idiot. I really do feel like an idiot. Orion, stop it, man. Stop. Your words have impact, okay? It's hurting me. Now I feel like an idiot. But yeah, Orion went on this live for 26 minutes. It started out sunny. By the end of the live, it was actually nighttime. This guy talked till the sunset, extremely determined. As of making this video, the two of them are still going at it. This latest post by Serene Ho Filipino posted yesterday. In a post, she said, showing his true colors now, total nutcase. And I guess this is a DM to her, probably a post on his Facebook page, referring to Serene. So this is what Orion said. Must be hard, her. You think so highly of yourself coming from a first world country and look down on Filipinos like me because you think we are third world country bumpkins, and yet here you are getting beaten to a pulp by a Filipino who happens to have an IQ that is superior to yours, perfect American and British English, and earns a higher salary than you. Must be hard, huh? You think we're only as good as waiters, household help, and yet there is someone whose intelligence is superior to yours, beating you, humiliating you, and causing you to cry like a pathetic baby. You losers. I'm pretty sure this is how he's saying it in his head. You losers! On the other hand, felt entitled, thinking that just because you have SG citizenship, you should earn higher salaries, blah blah blah. Yeah, this is getting really political. It is not my jurisdiction. I don't really feel qualified to talk about this. I'm just here for the entertainment, man. And it's just so funny seeing these two people getting so worked up. Talking about Zoe. Oh my gosh. This is a post by Serene 7 hours ago. Dum Dum confirms that Zoe's dad is earning about 8 to 9k. So am I wrong in my assessment that he earns more than most Singaporeans? He's putting words in my mouth by claiming I said she is rich. I said she is not poor. He called me a cyberbully, but I've proven in my earlier post that he was the one cyberbullying me. So who's cyberbullying who? I think we're all just cyberbullies at this point. Have you left a comment on any Instagram post before? Have you? If you have, you're a cyberbully, okay? I guess none of us are entitled to opinions online nowadays, because everything can be considered cyberbullying in this day and age. I did not even know him till he had written several posts asking people to remind, aka harass me, and after he used his fake Muslim account to threaten me. How could I have cyberbullied someone that I did not even know, blah blah blah. Since 7 hours ago of filming this, they are still going at it. I personally don't think anything will get resolved. I don't think either party wants to back down. I guess we'll have to see how this story unfolds. Yeah, just another day in the wacky, wild world of Facebook internet drama. Just wanted to talk about this because I find it really funny. Bye.